So it turns out most of the videos that you guys are watching when you're not watching me or the DigiKnow is Pokemon content, overwhelmingly. And I like Pokemon, I like Digimon, and I like talking about both of them. And in that spirit, while I'm not taking the full dive into doing one Pokemon video a month yet, I am still ready to do some more Poke-Digis. But just me this time, as me and Brandon are both very busy this year, don't know if you've noticed. And today I'm going to be giving the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Paldea gym leaders their own Digimon partners. What is up, digital companions? My name is Karn EX and welcome back to another video. And yes, things are a little different, and sorry if they're echoey. I'm in America. I'm the kid in America. Whoa, I'm almost 30, but I'm just going to pretend to be a kid for a little longer. And yesterday I am back giving Digimon partners to Pokemon gym leaders. We got up to Gen 4 and Frontier last time, and I'm putting a pin in that for now, but I will come back to it. But me and Brandon just didn't think it was the right type of collaboration going forward. But don't worry, me and Brandon from Pragmagic are going to be doing more crossovers coming soon. So I wanted to do the Paldea gym leaders because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are currently the most recent Pokemon games to have come out, and because I've been thinking a lot about the Terrestrial phenomenon and Paradox Pokemon, and I wanted to try and think of something that was similar to Terrestrialization, and the closest I could think of was Armor Digivolution. So each of these gym leaders is going to have an Armor Digimon acting as their champion. And we begin with Katy, the Bug-type gym leader of Kotondo Gym. And I have decided to give Katy a Kokabuterimon. There's no real Grasshopper or Cricket rookie Digimon to match up with her Nimble, but Kokabuterimon has some of those Kamen Rider vibes that the Nimble evolution line has too. Then for the champion, I'm going to use the Armor Digimon Honeybeemon. Because honey and bears, Katy has a bug terrestrialized Teddiursa, but also because honey is a common baking ingredient and Katy loves sweets. Then her ultimate will be Arukenimon to reference her Tarantula, and the Mega will be Shivamon. It's a big bug mega and has some crystalline features, which feels appropriate for the terrestrial phenomena of Paldea. Then it's time for Brassius. And our Artisan gym leader did present some challenges with his grass typing, but I'm pretty happy with what I've come up with. His rookie will be a Palmon because of the Petalil on his team, but Digimon like Floramon would work just fine too. So Brassius's Palmon will become the Armor Digimon Noheimon. It's a scarecrow, which to me feels similar to his Sudowoodo, both being kind of fake versions of an existing thing, Noheimon being an imitation of a human, and Sudowoodo being an imitation of a tree. The ultimate will then be Blossomon to match the kind of spiky Vine Whip vibes that Brassius has, but also the Sunflora minigame. Yes, I know Sunflowermon is a literal sunflower, but that would be a champion, and we wanted to keep up this whole armor thing, but if you want Sunflowermon as a champion, that works for me too. And then finally, the Mega will be Lotusmon to reference his rematch teams Lilligant, Serena, and Arboliva. So the Levincia gym leader is Iono, and I think every YouTuber, streamer, and content creator took her a little bit personally, but she is an electric type gym leader, which is really fun, and I thought given she occupies this streaming and online entertainment space, it could be a lot of fun to switch things up with her and give her a set of Appmon. So her Appmon line is going to be Batterymon, referencing electricity, her Wattrel, her Bellybolt, etc. Then Mediamon, which matches up so well with Iono. Then upgrading to Entermon, who is literally the personification of entertainment. Its description says that the magic-like space of enjoyment that Entermon creates is capable of making the target lose sight of the real world, which I'm sure Iono could put to great use in her funny little mini-games for her gym challenge. And then I guess we'll make the God-grade Uranusmon. If we were still using an Armor Digimon, however, I think Thunderbirdmon would work really well, as it has a lot of the purples and kind of shape of her Miss Magius, but of course is more thunder or electric related, which works because her Miss Magius terrestrializes to the electric type. Moving over to Kofu of Cascarafa, this water chef provided some challenge. Trying to combine his chef nature with his kind of aquatic / icy team was a little tricky. Him being a water type gym leader, of course, that meant that I did have to kind of stick to that aquatic basis. So his rookie will be Swimmon, that will become the Armor Digimon Submarimon. This feels pretty straightforward. For his perfect or ultimate, however, I do like the idea of Dagomon. Its weird tendrils reminding me of Wug Trio, who is on Kofu's team. Though I will admit Dagomon is a little bit creepy looking, however you could also tie Dagomon into the idea of like takoyaki and things like that. And then finally for the Mega, I'm gonna go Vikemon just to match Kofu's personality, though if you'd be happy with me going a little bit different with things, I am very tempted to give him a Giga Warumonzemon, which is presumably a Mega. I don't think it's ever actually been given a level, but it's like Monzemon plus Warumonzemon, so I think it's a Mega. I just think it'd be cool to give the chef, chef. Oh, and very quickly, the reason I chose Vikemon also is because it does resemble Crabominable, kind of. They're both white-furred Pokemon Digimon. Let me have this one. And then it's the homeboy that I'm sure is in the thumbnail, yes, Medali's gym leader, Larry. For his rookie, I'm going to give him a Fascomon because it is a perfect one-to-one reference to his Kamala, both being based on koalas. For the armor Digimon, I'm going to give him Kotelmon or Quetzalmon, to reference his Dudunsparce, which is based on a type of snake dragon, kind of. But also the wings allude to spoilers for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Click this timestamp, I guess. Despite the fact he is a normal type gym leader, when you encounter him in the Elite Four in the endgame, Larry is made to use flying type Pokemon, which is actually foreshadowed in his gym leader team Staraptor terastallizing to a normal type. So his Kotelmon is going to digivolve into Yatagaramon to be a more direct Staraptor reference, and then the Mega, I think Shangpongmon or Ravemon could work. As an aside, while we don't tend to do baby or in training Digimon for these videos, I did want to say Larry would definitely have a Torikara Ballmon as is in training because it's food, which Larry loves, but it also resembles a bird, so it's a good match. Then is Ryme, the ghost type gym leader and rap superstar of Monto Nevera. For Ryme, I really wished I could give her something that was more like her Houndstone, but as far as I'm aware, there's no real ghost dog Digimon, or at least not ones that actually resemble Houndstone well enough. So I'm giving her the rookie of Ghostmon, but the armor champion of Rinkmon. Because Monte Nevera is in a colder, icier part of Paldea, although not as icy as Grusha's area, I like the idea of Rinkmon being able to skate on the ice, and its spiky flowing mane kind of reminds me of the Toxtricity on her team. That Rinkmon would then digivolve to Volcamon. While it isn't a ghostly pick, of course, Volcamon is rocking the mic just like Ryme, so I think they would be best friends. And then finally, to bring back the ghost typing, I'm going to have her Mega be Reapermon or Gokumon in the sub. As an aside, if we weren't going to use Rinkmon or Armor Digimon in general, I would have liked Ogremon X Antibody as the champion, as of course it has a guitar or axe, which would again be a good connection to her Toxtricity. Moving over to Tulip of Afornada, this psychic type model and makeup mogul was a ton of fun to come up with Digimon partners for. For her rookie, I'm going with Tapirmon. This is a little bit expanded brain, but Tapirmon's ostensibly main or new champion Digimon is supposed to be Balukimon, and together Tapirmon and Balukimon have somewhat of a visual similarity to Farigarath, who is on her team, and Giraffarig by proxy. We of course don't have an actual giraffe Digimon right now, so a Tapir and a Balukitherium will have to do. For the champion armor, I'm going with Kabukimon. It has a kind of nice flowery performance vibe, just like her Florges, and will then enable us to transition to Lilamon, which is a much more on-the-nose Florges reference, but also feels really right alongside Tulip's model and makeup career. I can see Tulip and Lilamon strutting down the catwalk, you know? And then finally, the Mega will be Ancient Irismon as a double reference to Gardevoir and Espathra, having femininity and bird elements, and also just Tulip's femininity too. And our final gym leader is my favorite, and that is Grusha, the ice-type gym leader of Glaciado. For Grusha's rookie, I have given him a Penguinmon. Grusha used to be a snowboarder, and Penguinmon has the curling minigame in Digimon World 1, which would give them both a nice connection of winter sports. The champion armor would then be Orcamon to reference a Titan that is on Grusha's team, and because dolphins and whales are kind of basically the same thing, or at least have a ton of overlap in species. Though of course Frigimon would also be a great champion here if we weren't using armors again. The ultimate, I'm going to use the big boy Daipenmon. Is this the first time I've actually used Daipenmon in a Giving Partners video? Wow, growth. It's a big ice penguin, I just think it works really well. And then the Mega will be Frost Velgamon. Because Grusha's Altaria terastallizes to an ice type, it's an ice bird ostensibly, which works great with Frost Velgamon, but also because the Frost part of Frost Velgamon is similar to the Frost part of Frostmoth on his team too. So that's it, my picks for the Digimon partners and evolution lines for the Paldea Pokemon gym leaders. Let me know which Pokemon game you want to see me give Digimon partners to next, and which Pokemon videos in general you want to see. Digimon videos are not going anywhere, but yes, once a month I'm gonna do a Pokemon video or something related to something else that isn't Digimon necessarily, not a Poke-Digi crossover, a straight up Pokemon video, custom art, things like that. I am never gonna want to stop talking about Digimon, but it's very clear to me that probably 95% of you are also big Pokemon fans, and you know, you gotta shake things up to grow sometimes and do more exciting things. So don't worry, Digimon's not going anywhere. If you see a solely Pokemon video in your feed from me, there will be another Digimon video the the week or maybe even days after. And if you've got Pokemon, Digimon, or Poke-Digi video ideas that you want to see from me, let me know in those comments down below as always. Or if you become a Digi-Destined level channel member or above, you can directly request a video that I will get to eventually. Huge shout out to my sovereigns, ZDK14 and JMon, as well as all the names you can see on screen right now for supporting this channel with their hard-earned money. We're doing like one video a week in January and February, though I'm going to try and do a little bit more because obviously I'm on vacation. So there's probably going to be early access a lot more in advance, maybe a little less of it, but like weeks in advance or a week in advance, as opposed to, you know, a couple of days. But thank you all so much for the continued support. I will hopefully have a little bit less of a ropey setup for the next time I record, and I will see you next time when we go digital. Bye bye.